Hey all. So with Dragon Man taking care of the Mystic and XL requirements for this fight, I still needed to beat Crossbones with a villain. There are a lot of options for this, and Sentinel, one of the best, I also have at rank 3, so I could have done that. I've heard Omega Sentinel is absolutely one of the best, and a duped Sauron works really, really well. If you haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. I'll link that in the description. But given that my Sauron is brand new, I don't have Omega Sentinel, and I've just been playing more Nimrod than Sentinel lately, I decided to go with Nimrod. Because he is Sig 200, right? So, benefits are he's double immune, so I can hit into Crossbones, block freely without triggering the poison, which helps me bait. He also triggers debuffs on Crossbones whenever Crossbones throws a special, which are usually purified and help us get around that particular node. He does go unstoppable on his special 2 sometimes, which can help find openings. But then the two biggest things are that his special 2 in either Blitz or Eradicate does passive shocks, which allows you to do real damage to Crossbones that he cannot shrug, and his special 3 does a burst of direct damage, which again cannot be shrugged, and heals you. Now, the healing is based on missing health, so for a lot of fights, I completely avoid it. I've thrown it accidentally in war before, and had the self-repair tick for like 15, 20 per tick. Basically no healing. But on a fight like this, where Bane can chip down even a big rank 3 like this pretty quickly, that healing actually matters quite a bit. So my basic strategy for this fight is when I can, I throw the special 2 in Blitz or Eradicate, because that's going to give me the big passive shocks, and that is my goal. So right here I intercept with the special 2, take a little bit of gain, or a little bit of Bane. You can see that mostly that's good, but I did make a small mistake in that I did not realize that he was about to drop below 3 Fury buffs. So the shocks didn't do as much as I wanted. But still, this general tactic has been doing well. We've landed enough shocks. We already have him down a full third. But when I get too low, because sometimes Crossbones just turtles, right? Sometimes he hits your block. He's generally pretty annoying. Sometimes you make a mistake like I did there, and instead of going for a backdraft or something else, I finished my combo just a second too early and Bane ticked down on me before I could hit him. In those situations, I think it actually makes sense to use Nimrod's special 3, although I did make a small mistake here because Bane had triggered and I was worried about transferring it, and I threw it before I had 10 charges, so I'm only getting the burst of damage, the extra 14k there, which is still nice, but I didn't get the heal. So next time I throw it, I'm going to make sure to get the heal. Still, we are chunking down Crossbones quite nicely. This is a Sig 200 Nimrod. It is really helping to just be able to get through him and actually do so much more damage on the basics than Dragon Man was capable of for most of that fight. So it is nice just being able to have the raw stats here. But notice there, I was going for an intercept, he threw the special 1, and I ate quite a bit of Bane damage from not being able to hit into him. I'm all the way down to 8%. But remember that Nimrod's healing is based on missing health, and so at the moment, I have quite a bit of missing health. So when I throw this with 10 charges, I'm going to get a lot of healing and do a good chunk of damage. Just want to bait out this special 1, and now I'm going to wait for it to transfer to make sure I don't have to worry about that on the other end. And here we go. Special 3 with 10 charges puts us into Eradicate. So the actual special does very little, but then we get that burst of, I don't know exactly what it was, but it was over 20,000 damage, and see how much we're healing for. This isn't going to like take us straight up to 100. This is not King Groot. But this is real healing that is very much helping, and he is poison immune, so he has that over King Groot because it's been letting me control the fight better as we go. And this was really what allowed me to turn the corner with Nimrod. I've struggled with him the first few times. As we've said, the AI on this fight is just hard. No matter who you use, you're going to feel like a king when you get it down because of all of the things that you've had to deal with. And because of that, I struggled a bit at first. But treating Nimrod more like Dragon Man and leaning on the special 3 to heal when I needed it, and not just focusing on the special 2 to try and blitz him down, was what made the difference in me actually getting this as a solo. So we don't heal quite as much this time, but I think I'm also able to stay a little bit more on top of not taking blocked hits here. I was having some input issues in this particular fight at times, to be honest, but that time we're able to hold on to more of the healing, transfer Bane, and now I can make a decision between going for another special 3 for some more safety or going for a special 2 for damage, and I choose to go for the special 2, and we take off a nice big chunk. He is now under 20%. So we are in the home stretch here. The other thing is that, like I mentioned in the Dragon Man video, the lower his health gets, the more aggressive we can be and the less we need to worry about Bane, because it's based on his health, and it will still kill us if we let it sit on us for a while. But it is much less dangerous, and so we can afford to take some more risks and focus on damage output, to focus on the special 2 instead of going to the special 3 to heal. So right there, I bait out one more special 1. I try and get the timing here, but I decide to go for the special 3 because the other thing I know is that the damage done by the special 3 is based on how much health Crossbones is missing. So if I throw it here, not only will I heal a lot, because I'm all the way down at 25%, but it will also do a big chunk against him. So watch for that number as this lands. He's at 13%. The actual special takes him down to 11, 10, and then boom, 6% is just gone. Now I'm not entirely sure how much that was, but I think it's over 40,000. And so I did transfer Bane there, but also, if it had stuck to us, with him at only 2%, our healing would have actually overpowered it, and so we really do not need to rush this last bit. See there, it's only 15 per tick, gives us all the time in the world to wait for him to throw a heavy, and we finish it out. So Nimrod did really, really well for this. The shock accounts for a big chunk of it, but also, like I said, this is a rank 3, so basics were still more than half of what we did. See, the biggest hit there is 43,000. I'm pretty sure that's the direct damage from the last special 3. And overall, turns out having a great champion at rank 3 is helpful. This took less than half as long as my Dragon Man solo. But hopefully that helps you out with Nimrod. I know some people have had a very easy time with it. I saw a few of those. Hey, I got it on my first try. So, awesome. But if you're struggling a bit more like I was in my first few runs, hopefully thinking about it this way, relating it to the Dragon Man fight, and just remembering, hey, I have a special 3. If I understand how it works, I can actually heal and buy myself some extra room. Makes this fight just that much more manageable to you. Good luck on your solos, and I'll see everyone for more Eternity of Pain next week. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and take care.